What's up, legends? I hope that everybody is having a wonderful, fantabulous, spectacular day, evening, morning, night, whatever time you're watching this, afternoon. Today is the Scorpio full moon. We are officially in Taurus season. We've been in Taurus season for a couple days, but we're officially here now that we have seen the first full moon in the sister sign, right? Or now that we're experiencing it. So, I wanted to just come to you guys today and do messages from the heart. It's going to be pick a card. So just go ahead and put into your mind which pile are you going to pick. Pile 1, pile 2, or pile 3. I haven't pre-pulled anything, so I have literally no idea where this is gonna go, but I'm definitely just going to let it flow for each pile. Just putting forth some intention that you guys receive the messages, the clarity, the validation that you have been looking for. I'm just gonna go ahead and throw this out here. If anybody has been resonating with the number 5 or the angel number 555 or just 2 5s, that's been popping up for me as well. It also popped up right before. It also just popped up just now. 1 2 3 on the clock, a minute and 23 seconds in. It also popped up right before I started to make this video at about 1:40 p.m. today. So if the number 5 has been following you around, this is your confirmation that this video is for you. All right, so go ahead and get the piles in your mind. I'm going to go ahead and get started. Let's go ahead and start with pile 1. Okay, messages from the heart. Let's see. What is the overall message that our heart wants us to know right now? All right. The overall message, pile 1, that your heart wants you to know and be aware of is, I put stellar gateway activation, infinite potential, and manifestation vortex. All right. So you guys, my little alchemists, my little alchemical scientists, you guys have been doing a lot of work with manifestation, and it's almost coming as if you guys have been co-creating with spirit to manifest things that almost seem impossible or that have been impossible before in your bloodline. Yes, okay, so at the bottom of the deck we have the halls of a mentee initiation, which was reversed. So this card to me is usually, I usually associate this card, the halls of a mentee, with like the gates of hell, or it's definitely connected to the underworld. It reads secrets revealed, treasures uncovered, and initiations. Okay. So this is telling me that you guys are using your shadow and your dark work to manifest. So I was right when I said my little alchemist, or big alchemist, excuse me, big alchemist, because y'all are doing big alchemy. And speaking of messages from the heart, we have the Venusian Galactic Council wanted to show up for you guys. We know that Venus rules the sign of Taurus, if I'm not mistaken. Venus is also associated with love, romance, aspects of the heart, community, communication, things like that. It's giving water too. Water has a lot of Venusian energy. This card reads star being guides, answer the call, and time to shine. Okay, yes. So you guys, it might be beneficial to go into your birth chart and look at where your Venus placement is. Speaking of the heart, right? It says heart chakra opening, unlocking, generosity at the top of the deck. What sign is your Venus in your birth chart? that is probably going to give you a lot more keys as to how you can continue to transform any dark or like thick energy that's coming towards you. From what I'm seeing though, it seems like you guys have been doing a really good job. It might not feel like you're doing a good job because you might still technically, you might, it's almost giving like you are at the end of like the dark night of the soul. Or you guys, if you guys ever watched the Backyardigans, you remember Into the Thick of It, Into the Thick of It. You guys are like, you went into the thick of it, but now it's like you're in it, like you're in it, and you're almost like, it's like you're, it's not that you're waiting for a release or like waiting to be saved, because I feel like you guys understand that this is a part of your process. It's almost giving like this pile has a lot of wisdom already. You guys understand that whatever you're going through, whatever dark work, whatever shadow work you're actively going through, is for a reason. You understand that. Let's get a little bit more clarity about, let's get a little bit of clarity and advice about the situation dealing with this dark work. Let me take this one. I'll take all of them. All right, so for some of you guys, okay, boom. For some of you guys, this manifestation is of material gain, right? So you are almost being tested with, you're almost being tested in the aspect of seeing abundance where you used to see like bare land, right? So it's almost like you guys, because you're asking for more, right? There is a certain level of respect that is required in order to really be able to keep that more, right? You can get it overnight, right? Somebody can quickly give you something, but there's a certain level of respect and discipline that needs to be cultivated in order for you to keep it, right? In order for it to be sustainable. So what I'm getting from this here is that some of you guys, spirit is, I don't even want to call it testing you, but it is giving like something that can give you a testimony. It's like, it's not a test, but it's almost like a trial. This is one trial before a victory, or a trial before the chariot, a trial before you receive your chariot. I also see the World card here. The Garden in the Hoodoo Tarot deck represents the World card, which tells me that this is something that this is not your first rodeo with this, which is probably why you guys will kind of surrender and just succumb to like the flow of what's going on. But I do see that you guys are going to be victorious here. We have the Six of Coins, right? So there is definitely some stability that's coming in, not only financially, but there's going to be some stability that's coming in mentally with this Ace of Sticks. Yeah, so I think that this is just, you know how sometimes it's like you don't get the level up without the challenge. You understand? Sometimes you just cannot get to a certain level because you have not been challenged to a point where you push yourself to a certain level. You know what I'm saying? It's almost like sometimes challenges have to break you open in order to reveal what was already on the inside, because without that challenge that was there to trigger that energy, right, to trigger that break, to trigger that quake, it would just be dormant. There would be no reason for you to look for something like that because it was never triggered. That's what it's giving. All right. Yeah, on the bottom of the deck we have the Free Man, And then on the other side, we have the Three of Knives. All right, so you guys might have, is this the same group? Yes. You guys might have, so with this telling, you guys might have just walked away from a job or from a relationship, from a partnership, from a collaboration, something that was giving you some sort of stability in a way, some sort of financial stability, or maybe it was the finances that gave you this false sense of stability. So what happened was, because that was a false sense of stability is not even that the universe took it away. Is more so that nothing without a solid foundation will ever stand. Things that are not created with a solid foundation cannot stand. That's just what I heard. Okay. All right. Is there anything else for this group? Anything else that they need to really pay attention to? All right. All right. Fill out. Okay, so Spirit is just saying it's really the, wow, okay, it's really the overthinking. Okay, so like, don't make your dark work into a you versus you type of thing. You understand that this is happening for a reason, right? So stay in that. Try to stick with the things that keep you in a higher vibration. Watch what you're listening to. Even if the things that you're listening to don't necessarily have anything to do with your specific situation, sometimes it's just the frequency of the things that you're listening to. So for example, let me just give a quick example, right? So for the last, like, I want to say almost 5 years, I've really been watching a lot of Zeus Network, right? And the main show that I was watching was Baddies. Why? Because when I was growing up, Bad Girls Club was really, really popular. That was the show. They were like, normal type of celebrities. And I thought it was cool to see what the celebrities that, I grew up watching were doing now on a different type of. Listen, I had to give it up. Give it up. You can't win, because at the end of the day, that vibration does not match the vibrational frequency that I'm actively working to stay in, right? The things that I'm working on don't match Zeus's vibrational frequency. At least not the things that are not baddies. So be cognizant of the things that you're listening to, the things that you're intaking. For this group specifically, it might be very, very I want to say influential and important for you to make sure that you are listening to affirmations or some type of calming sound, some type, just when you're sleeping, right? At that time, your subconscious can intake a lot of things. So if you're going to sleep listening to, granted, like Family Guy, not saying that that's like the worst frequency or the worst thing that you could be listening to, but intaking all of that subconsciously while you're asleep is going to give you a different result when you wake up than if you were to go to sleep listening to brown noise, or if you were to go to sleep listening to affirmations, or if you were to go to sleep listening to jazz music, if that's what you like. You have to cater to your own aesthetic. But what I'm getting from this is, here's the Two of Baskets, and right behind the Devil, and then Temperance upside down. So what I'm getting from this is, Spirit is saying, don't let your mind be getting pulled this way, getting pulled that way, getting pulled, blah, 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 like that's too much. You might have too many outside influences on you, and that might be why you keep ending up here, that with the Hangman, confused. Like, you're overthinking, you're confused because you got too many opinions, it's too much yapping. It's like, it's just too much. Your system is overwhelmed, and you might not feel overwhelmed, but your body is overwhelmed. Also, take into consideration your work environment, right? A lot of us work with people. We're talking to people all day, working with people all day. That has an effect on your mental as well, right? So just take that into account. After work, maybe do some cleansing. If you don't have sage, and just, you can do a simple prayer. You can speak into your water and drink it. Lord knows we all need to stay hydrated at the end of the day, okay? So just doing little things to help you just clear out any excess extra energy. Also speaking out and saying any malevolent energy, thoughts, words, people, entities, spirits, timelines. Call everything out. If you know the people's names, call them out by name. If you know the spirits' names, hey, listen, some of us are in deep and we know that it's something that's attached to us. If you know that it's something that's been messing with you, if you don't figure out that thing's name, call it by its name. That's your power. Yes, that name holds power, so it might feel like, but you hold power too, and you have to know that. You have to understand that. So with this group, what I'm getting is your heart. You have to guard your heart with your life, is what the ancestors say, with your life. Guard your heart with your life, because at the end of the day, your heart is like the center point of your life. The heart chakra, if your heart chakra is thrown off, all of your other chakras are thrown off, right? Forget the chakras. If the organ of the heart is messed up, everything gets messed up. You're going to have a lot of other comorbidities that come along with that, right? A lot of other symptoms that come along with you might start having respiratory issues because the white blood cells aren't, it's like you have to take care of your heart. This is the center point, right? It balances the top, right, which is more connected to spirit, and it balances the lower, right, which keeps us connected to the earth, the lower realms, and the under realms. So spirit is just saying you might need to do like some spiritual cleanup. Call on, if you have specific loved ones that you call on. Also, some of you guys might actually actually, I know you guys do. If you feel connected to the Venusian star beings, right? You might have Venusian star being guides. Call out to them, right? Thank you to my Venusian, my benevolent Venusian guides for leading me, taking care of me, helping me learn how to love myself, helping me learn how to love myself through loving others, through my experiences with others, and through my experiences with spirit, right? Speak to your guides. And you don't necessarily have to know like all of the right. It's not really a right way to speak, but you don't necessarily have to have a script. Just literally speak from the heart. Speak from the heart. You can also ask your heart, what is your heart's name, right? These are different ways that you can get outside voices out. You start talking to yourself. You start communicating with your spirits. That way you're more in tune with what's you, and everything else, that gut feeling, everything else is gonna start knocking it out. Like, that ain't me. That ain't me. I don't know about that. Cut that off. We ain't trying to listen to that. You are going to notice that your spirit starts to reject a lot of the things that you might have used to accept, or you might have, you might have used to found comfort there or familiarity there. But now that you are getting into more of a real relationship with yourself, and more of a real relationship with your spirit team, things have to go. There needs to be a clearing so that you can hear properly, and know how to continue on this journey with the least amount of resistance. Okay. All right, and last but not least, let's just get a message from the shadow. Let's get 2 messages from the shadow. Let's get, what have we been doing really, really, really good? Like, what is your shadow like doing backflips about? Like, you've been doing so good with this part concerning hard work. Your shadow is like, you know what? I think I might be okay with taking the back seat. I think they got this. Wow, okay, resting and recharging, yes. I'm sure the shadow loves this rest. You guys have been doing a really good job just resting, recharging, and just surrendering to what's been going on, okay? I love that for you guys. Also, did you guys catch the short about the different types of rest? Have you guys been exploring different types of rest, like creative rest, social rest, sensory rest, things like that? That's awesome. I love that for you guys. Let's get one thing that we could do a little bit better. One thing that the heart and the shadow is like, all right, we need to team up. We need to team up with this one. Okay, so prayer warrior. Wow, yes, yes. Your spirits are sent. Okay, and they said you're being way too humble too. It's given like you don't. They want you to reach out to them so that they can remind you who you are, because you must have forgot. Like you must have forgot who you were. So let us remind you. All right. I love you guys. I love you guys so much. You guys are so legendary. You're alchemists. You're amazing. You're wonderful. Keep hanging in there. Okay. Keep hanging in there. And just remember that there's a lot of power in your tongue, okay? There's a lot of power in your lineage, okay? Reach out to those who are open to communicating with you. You can absolutely do that, okay? You can always... You can, I feel like... Let me be very clear. I can only speak for my people. It's very difficult for me to come from a different perspective. So I have to be completely honest. People that are part of the African diaspora, I feel like we have unlimited access to reaching out to our benevolent ancestors and our benevolent spirit guides. I feel like that's always an avenue that we can take. Whether we are believing in it, actively practicing on purpose, or whether we having dreams, pouring out liquor for the dead homies. Like there's so many ways that we participate in ancestral veneration and in our spirituality. And I feel like it would be ignorant of me to just act like that's not the perspective that I'm coming from. Okay, so I just have to be completely honest. I have to speak for the group that I know about. And yes, I feel like that's always something that you have open access to if you are open to learning more about your culture and really learning to express yourself in a more complete way. If you guys have any questions about that, feel free to reach out. I think I'm going to do a video on ancestral veneration concerning Africans in the diaspora pretty soon. But yes. Alright, I hope that this was helpful, you guys. I love you. And peace. I'll see you in the next reading. What's up, Pile 2? Alright, let's go ahead and get into your reading. What do you guys need to know? Messages from the heart. Let's get an overall message from the heart. From the Gateway of Light activation deck. Okay. Alright, so I got a few that fell out. I'm going to take the first. I'm going to take all of them. Okay. I'm going to take all of them. Alright. So the first one to pop out is Halls of Learning, okay? This card reads Spirit Guides, Confirmation, and Great Lessons, okay? But immediately after that, we have Solar Light Upgrade, okay? Solar Plexus Energy, Big Solar Plexus Energy, Inner Fire, and Willpower, all right? Then we had Sirius Star Blessings. It says, yes, proceed, be seen, and push through, okay? And then last but not least, let me show you guys the Sirius Star Blessings card. So beautiful, right? All right, and then last but not least, we have Shambhala Initiations. I love this card so much. retreating to recharge, trusting the process, and dharma. So really quickly, let me just, I want to quickly make a comparison between all of these cards because this is quite amazing actually, before we get into any real reading. So the halls of learning, this is a golden hallway, okay? It reminds me of like the Akashic Records library, but the Akashic Records has its own card. So this is clearly different. I'm going to get this out of the book. It's interesting to me that this is the inside of a building, right? Still golden, still having that fire color connected to the solar plexus, right? Here's Shambhala initiation. So the story behind Shambhala is, I think this is related to Indian culture. They say once you receive a certain level of enlightenment, Shambhala will appear to you in a certain place. It's located in a certain place, but not everybody can see it. You have to be at a certain frequency or at a certain point of enlightenment in order for Shambhala to reveal itself to you, right? Shambhala initiations came up upright, okay? And it came out with the Sirius star blessings. If I'm not mistaken, Sirius is also related to the sun. Right? It's giving, I'm the person of the sun. Ooh, that's off key. But okay, we just gonna leave it. We just gonna leave it, okay? I want to get Halls of Learning out the book quickly. Let's see. Flipped right there. All right, Halls of Learning. The Halls of Learning, also sometimes known as the Great Halls, are an etheric retreat dedicated to spiritual knowledge. They are a training space for all souls, including those on earth, spiritual guides, and those in between lives. They have been visited by many spiritual seekers, seers, and mediums over the years and have been described as a giant, somewhat gothic university building with marble flooring, spiral staircases, and tall bookcases. Some have said that the halls are home to the Akashic. Some have said that the halls are home to the Akashic records, while others have wondered if they are connected to the halls of Amenti. So, to me, the halls of Amenti can be compared to the Akashic records, but the halls of Amenti, in my opinion, have a more darker connotation, more so connected to the underworld. I can confirm that these are actually two different retreats. Ultimately, this etheric retreat is an ancient mystery school and is particularly powerful for those who are opening up their psychic and clairvoyant abilities. If this gateway comes to you often, it brings confirmation that your psychic gifts are strengthening. Also, if the idea of an ancient mystery school in the astral realm seems familiar, there's a good chance that you've been here during dream time or even in between incarnations. These great halls are held within the heart of Source and are a projection of the divine mind's infinite intelligence. These great halls are held within the heart of Source and are a projection of the divine mind's infinite intelligence. When we visit them, we are connecting directly with the wisdom of Source. I love this so much. Okay. You guys are not only learning about yourself, but you guys I feel like you guys just went through a portal. Granted, we did have several portals as of late, but you guys, here's the Venusian Galactic Council. You guys might not know it, but you guys definitely just went through a portal. It's giving like you guys just stepped into a new timeline. And speaking of Akashic records, here it is at the bottom of the deck, right? You guys definitely just clear the old timeline. And I feel like in this new timeline, you are being now made aware that this is a new energy, right? You can create whatever you want to here. Just be careful not to, as I was about to say, just be careful not to self-sabotage and hold yourself back. Then we have the Seven of Baskets here, right? This is the card of intuition, right? And then also the Daughter of Knives upside down. This card, the Daughter of Knives, often reminds me of conjuring, right? She's clearly a conjurer. Look at her. She got all of the spirits around her, right? Let's get a little... You guys are learning how to deal with spiritual warfare, but you guys are learning how to you guys are learning how to deal with spiritual warfare, specifically coming from your family. Yes. You guys are learning how, you guys are basically starting over. Let me get confirmation before I say this. Okay. Okay. So you guys also might be getting some of you guys might be getting it's almost like, because you guys made this great separation, right? Is this, you guys had like a great migration from your family. There's a lack of elders. Like, you might feel like there's a lack of community. You don't have elders around you. You don't have people around you that are wise. I just heard you might be around elders, but they're not wise. I'm just the messenger. Spirit is bringing you a transition to where you are going to go from being around people that are immature in their emotions, right? They don't know how to handle their emotions. They don't listen to their intuition, and they more so just follow suit because this is just what the family does. This is what our family does. This is what and you're walking into a whole brand new situation, a whole brand new type of stability. This stability can also bring you financial opportunities. I don't see that you were necessarily looking for that, but what is giving is that the strength that you are cultivating from dealing with such tumultuous issues in your family, the strength that you're cultivating, right? Having to walk away and potentially leave that stability behind and just go out on a limb and trust yourself, and knowing that you don't necessarily have all of the wisdom in the world, but just being open enough to trust yourself and to trust spirit, and to know that, you know, what's the worst, you know, to know that you're going to be taken care of, to know that you're in divine favor regardless. All of this energy is literally, look, the Son of Sticks to me is the card of alchemy. This is the card of using all of the things that seem irregular, all of the things that seem like they can light a fire, like gas fire, all of the things that seem destructive, all of the things that other people would usually throw away. You know how they say, like, one man's trash is another man's treasure. All of the things that usually would make people want to cry, throw up, and give up, right? These are the things that you are taking and you are actively working with them to make them into gold, right? It might not feel like gold right now, and that's almost given the fact that here's the Two of Coins and the Five of Sticks. Yes, your family's definitely talking shit. They're talking shit, but at the end of the day, they're talking shit from a distance. Like, they're talking shit from a distance. One thing that I had to learn is that people are going to talk shit regardless. They're going to talk shit whether they in front of you. They're going to talk shit whether they next door. They gonna talk shit from a different city. They gonna talk shit from a different state. They gonna talk shit even if they don't have no connections to you. People are just gonna say whatever they want to say. You know what I mean? And most of it don't even have to be true. A lot of times people just, they want to feel like they're a part of community. The thing that you did, you taking yourself out of that false sense of stability, right? So that you can come and build your own community. That's exactly what they're working so hard to keep, that false sense of stability. So they're literally, everything that they're saying is just to fuel basically staying in this community, to not give up this false sense of hope, this false sense of belonging. Six of baskets, right? That past energy. But here's the 5 of 9s, baby. You said, look, I'm gonna bet on my own luck. I'm just gonna bet on my own luck, okay? I know we in this cornfield. I'm just gonna take my knife and I'm just about to get the shucking, okay? And I know that when I open my eyes, Olodumare has, the path is gonna be clear. God, the path is clear at this point. I just had to take my 2 steps, and God stepped in and took 75, right? Yes, they're mad. They're mad about your pride. It's almost like they're mad because, I don't want to stay on this too long. They're mad because you had the strength to do what they didn't do. I don't know if anybody's going to tell you that, but I'm going to tell you that. They're mad that you had the strength to do what they didn't do. At some point in their lives, they wanted to walk away. It's giving like, from, should I? Okay. Okay. Somebody's mom specifically, somebody's mother may have wanted to this is a mother and daughter situation, or if it's not a mother and daughter situation, it's definitely, this is definitely a mother or somebody in a maternal figure, or it might be somebody that is just very 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 heavily in their feminine energy, but they not there, it's the mindset. It's very immature, very 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 immature. It's also, it's giving like spiteful. We have the Father of Sticks upside down and the Mother of Coins upside down. So this person might use money against you. They might, put that over your head. Well, but what are you gonna do about this? And because they want you to ask for help. Yes, ignore the sarcasm. Like, people gonna talk shit, and don't allow them to gaslight you. Don't allow them to gaslight you. Know that the grass is greener where you water it. And if you continue to water your own grass, that's what's going to turn green, y'all. It's springtime. Yes, Spirit is saying use your spiritual eyes, right? The same way that we expect our romantic partners to court us, right? The same type of respect and decorum that we want from our romantic relationships is the same type of respect and decorum that we should have in our familial relationships, right? Of course, not talking about sexually. I'm not going there. Let's be for real. But when we're talking about respect and humanity, respecting my humanity, respecting my words, respecting my choices, respecting my sense of self, respecting my style, respecting what I choose to do for work, respecting how I choose to honor my benevolent ancestors. And whether that might look like the way that you honor yours or not, if you do or if you don't. At the end of the day, Spirit is saying, if the respect is not there, just know that you did the right thing, right? You did the right thing. And I think that that's really why all of this sun energy is coming through, because you are standing in the sun. And it's almost like for so long you were confused. For so long you didn't know if this was the right thing to do. A lot of people were probably telling you, family doesn't do that, family doesn't do this. You don't walk away from your family. I had somebody tell me one time, and at the time I thought it ate down. And then now that I'm a year out, it didn't make no goddamn sense. The person told me, they said, There's a difference between honor and respect. They said your elders are due honor, but they not due respect. That don't make no motherfucking sense. It don't make no sense. You don't have to listen. There is a way that you can love, honor, and respect people as being a part of the one, right? Because at the end of the day, we're all a part of the one, right? No matter what side of the polarity you fall on the spectrum of one, right? There's good, evil, right? And all of that in between, and humanity falls somewhere on the in-between spectrum, right? We can argue that all day. I forgot where I was going. I forgot. I got lost. But you have to trust your intuition. Spirit saying this tower it wasn't built on a good foundation, right? Sometimes families as big as they aren't built on a good there's no strong foundation. There's no honesty. People not telling the truth about whose child is who. People not telling the truth about all kinds of stuff. Like, it's really giving fidelity. I'm not gonna lie. Let me get confirmation before I say this. Somebody here, you are dealing with a woman or a feminine energy. I don't want to misgender people. You are dealing with a feminine energy. Hold on. Somebody here, you are dealing with a feminine energy in the past. You know who you are. You need to go and reconnect with that person, because that person is hiding a whole child from you. You have a son. You need to go and reconnect with this woman. Now, this is not for everybody. It's very specific. And I feel like this person, you know exactly who you are. You need to go and reconnect with that woman, because for whatever, I don't want to speak for her. The Daughter of Knives came out, so it could be like it could be like she doesn't know how you're going to take that information. She doesn't want it to she wants to feel like she's in control right now of her emotions and of what's going on. So in order for her to keep emotional control of herself, she's hiding the fact that you have a child. But you need to reach out to this woman, because Spirit is saying time is up. Time is up. And it's time for this child to meet their father. All right. Anything else, pile 2? All right. Let's get some advice from the let's get some advice, because there's a lot of this is a lot of thick baskets energy here. It's a lot of like thick heartbreak energy here. My heart goes out to you guys, seriously. One thing that just came to my mind is you can literally speak into your water, speak blessings and peace over your heart. I always do that. Like here, I have some water right here. So for example, I might say prosperity, peace, calmness, lighthearted joy, childlike play, visceral fortitude, and then clank clank, cheers. Right? I just enchanted my water. Water holds memory. We are 60 to 70% water, right? So that's a very quick way that you can manifest what you want, and at the same time clear your body of the things that are not aligned with what you just spoke into that water. Because you gonna pee, right? That's a release. And what are you going to pee out? You're going to pee out the frequencies that don't match what you just spoke into that water, because that water is going to come in and hydrate your body system, right? So I don't know all of the chemical ways that our body can disperses the actual like molecules in the water and everything, but I know that it goes all throughout our body, right? So at the end of the day, that's just a quick thing that you can do as far as heart clearing if you're dealing with a lot of heavy energy. We're getting some advice right now. All right, so yes, source is saying reach out, pray, 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 pray. I love this. Wow, wow, you guys are really, really, really connected to starseed beings. Let me just say, because at first, when I first pulled from this deck, I pulled the Sirius Star Blessing. So some of you guys might be connected with the Syrians. Some of you guys are connected with the Anunnaki. We have Anunnaki light codes here, right? Energetic shifts, new information, and the end of a cycle. Didn't I tell you, you guys are closing out this cycle? All of this new information that you're learning is literally just building you up. It's giving you so much potential energy so that you can use it as fuel for your creativity to drive you in this new life that you literally started for yourself. I'm so proud of you. I'm so happy and proud of you. I'm so happy for you and proud of you guys, because I understand the amount of like work that it took. And when I'm saying work, I'm not saying like I've been like, not like that, but actual heart work, like grief work, soul work. I understand what it took for you guys to get here. Anunnaki light codes. Then we have the Arcturian light codes. You guys, oh my God, y'all don't even understand. Y'all I hope y'all are excited, because I'm so excited for y'all. Arcturian light codes, evolutionary downloads, recalling power, future thinking. I remember when I learned about the Arcturians, they came to me last summer, kind of randomly, like, but the Arcturians specifically are, from my experience, they are very, very connected with just helping humans evolve, really helping humans evolve into like the 144, the Christ. I'm doing that because I don't want it to get confused with the one only this amount of people can, you know, receive certain things. We're not doing that over here. But the 144 frequency, right, which is the frequency which is actually connected to God. They're here to help humans basically just evolve in their evolutionary process, and to become more conscious of what this universe is really about, and less conscious of you know, like celebrity gossip, idolatry, of like money and false deities, and you know, like all of the shit that we go on a day-to-day basis and just, you know, like harp about, like these are really important things, but at the end of the day they're anyways. Yes, Arcturian. You guys, so yes, when you guys are doing your prayers, you guys can call on your benevolent Syrian guides, your benevolent Anunnaki guides, and your benevolent Arcturian guides specifically. I also pulled the Venusian Galactic Council. It was at the bottom of the deck, so you guys might feel really, really connected to Venus. Look at your birth chart. What sign is your Venus in, right? Call out thank you to my benevolent Venusian guys for helping me, leading me, and guiding me to understand more about myself, more about my community, so that I can stay connected to the frequency of divine and unconditional love, right? Definitely reaching out to the heart of source, right? They want you, your spirit guides want you to call out to them. That's what they said, that's going to strengthen your third eye, right? Third eye activation, the brow chakra, inner vision, clear seeing. That's what's going to give you this this clarity that you've been searching for, while you might have been just in a period of I want to say like slightly retreating. Of slightly retreating. All right, let's go ahead and get Let's get a message from the shadow. What have you guys been doing so good, like concerning your hard work, that the shadow is just like doing backflips? Like, what is the shadow doing backflips about? And the shadow is just like, oh my god, this the one, this the one. You really ate that right there. That right there, you really ate that up. You ate that up. All right, a lot actually came out. I'm gonna take 3. Okay, I'm gonna take these 3. Woo! Listen, you cannot make it up. Stepping up and stepping out. Look, whoever y'all left, spirit is your own shadow. Your own shadow was doing backflips. Your shadow was tired of them. Period. That toxic feminine, yeah, your shadow was tired of her. Your shadow was so tired of dealing with that toxic feminine energy. You guys know that we all hold feminine and masculine energy within us, no matter what gender we identify with or whatever sex we were born as. We all have masculine and feminine energy within us regardless. So yes, if even though you might be masculine presenting, and you know you might, y'all, sometimes the gender stuff be killing me. Listen, even though you might be masculine presenting and you might identify yourself as a man, your feminine energy will literally scream out, will scream if, hold on. I'm sorry guys, I had to make sure we didn't get a little copyright. But yeah, sometimes your own inner feminine energy will start screaming and letting you know, I don't agree with this. Like, this don't resonate with me, right? Even though it just is what it is. And narcissists, okay? You guys walked away from some really, really toxic people, toxic groups of people. And I'm so proud of you guys. Your shadow is so proud of you guys. Your shadow is doing backflips, okay? Yes, we love it. We love that. We love it. All right, and then last but not least, what concerning your hard work from the shadow cards can use a little bit more attention? What might need a little bit more gas, a little bit more fuel, a little bit more eye time? Ooh, addictions. All right, so this could be all right. Let me just get clarity before I say this. Addictions, I feel like you guys know where this lies. I really don't want to harp too much on this. This can be addictions, actual like physical things. I mean, obviously drugs and alcohol. Is more so coming through as uh, an addiction to toxic environments. What are the symptoms of being addicted to a toxic environment, right? Sometimes when we're in peace, like real peace, after just getting out of a toxic environment, the peace can feel weird and you feel like you need somebody in your space. So it might be addiction to company, because you confuse company with relationship. Or you might just value company over your own alone time because you are not necessarily comfortable being alone yet. So that can be an addiction. Yeah, anything. Yeah, I feel like for the most part you guys are gonna know exactly what that is. I don't want to like get too much into it. I keep looking over there, but I don't know. I just don't know if I want to take it there. All right. I don't care how many times I had to restart this. I'm getting this message out, okay? But y'all, basically, because it can be difficult sometimes for us to when you are in a space sometimes when you are emotionally vulnerable, right? Because of the turmoil, and the depth of the shadow work that you are doing, you're going to be inevitably emotionally vulnerable. Let me just say that. That's not even to say like, oh, because you're going through this, like you're weak. No, it's inevitable. Usually when people are going through their shadow work and things like that, that's when you are most available, most open for psychic attacks, psychosis, things like that, right? So just be cognizant when you invite people into your spaces, right? Or when you enter into other people's spaces. Take that how it resonates. Be cognizant and be aware of where you stand emotionally and spiritually with them, before you were with them, and then how you feel afterwards. And then I think that would help you to make a clearer decision, to see if this relationship with this person, or having this person around, having their company around you, is going to benefit you, or at least benefit you in a way that aligns with the things that you are actively manifesting. Because sometimes I feel like we will settle for a certain benefit, when the totality of having that, the totality of allowing this thing into our space is destruction. You know what I'm saying? So I'm just gonna take that how it resonates, and I'm just gonna leave that there. All right, you guys are legendary. I love you. Okay, to the moon, to Venus, to Sirius, to Octoria. Where the Octorians from? I love you guys. To the star seeds, to the star beings, to all of the stars, the comets, the planets, the moon, the sun, and back to Earth. Okay, I love you. Stay legendary, and I'll catch you in the next video. Peace. All righty. Pile 3. Pile 3. I'm excited, guys. All right, we have made it. All right, let's go ahead and see pile 3. What is the overall message for you guys? Let me take a little sip. What is the overall message for you guys? Pile 3 from the heart. What does your heart really want you to know? Overall. I'm just kidding. All right. All right. It took a minute for you. It took a minute for me to even pull a card, which I took as a message in itself. You guys, it's almost giving like you guys are in a, you guys might be feeling very, very vulnerable right now. The first card that I pulled was Lemurian Seed Codes, okay? Embracing sensitivity, uniqueness, and living with grace, okay? This is very interesting. You guys might have some Lemurian guides. I love that for you. Feel free to look into the history of Lemuria. I'm gonna be honest, sometimes Google searches and all that, when I say I recommend that you look into it, I more so mean go into meditation and directly connecting with your benevolent Lemurian guides. That's going to give you a much more accurate and vivid idea of what life was like for them, what life is like for them, right? Because energy cannot be created or destroyed. They're clearly very present. They're here with us today, right? Then on the bottom of the deck, we have memories of Atlantis, spiritual acceleration, progress and technology. Okay. And then on the bottom of the deck, we had Earth. Oh, no. Sorry. We had sacred inner space, sacral chakra, tenderness, and sensuality. And then right above that, we have Earth star activation. You guys might be in a period of just like you guys might really, really, really be in like a period of like just feeling really stuck, feeling very depressed, almost like hopeless. I really feel like spirit is telling you here not to live in the past. It's okay to remember the past, but then you have to remember that you live in the present, and at each second the present turns in the future. Time is not linear, we understand that, but I think that there is a release that needs to happen here in order for you guys to move on. You guys might feel like you can't move on from something. What are you guys stuck with? All right, so the first thing that I pulled was the Emperor upside down with the Mother of Knives. Then we have the Sun card reversed and the Eight of Knives reversed. I asked, was this about a relationship? We got the Ace of Coins came out kind of sideways. Okay, so this is what I'm getting. For some of you guys, you feel stuck in a relationship and you feel like you can't get out of this relationship for whatever reason. You feel like you might have just, I just heard, I might have fucked up my life with this one. I might have really fucked up with this one. That's what I just heard. Oh, no. I might have really did myself in with this one. All right. For others of you guys, you might feel stuck in a kin situation, like your family. You might feel really dominated by, you guys might feel really dominated by a feminine energy. This could be a male or a female, but it's a feminine energy. It's giving that for you guys, this is for both though too. For both the people that are stuck in relationships and in familial situations, it's almost giving that this person is very mental. I'm taking that as confirmation because the wind just did something that made my ceiling like do something. This person plays mental tricks on you and they know what they're doing. This is not their first rodeo. You're not the first person that they did this to. This is like this their game. This like they big one. If it like this is their big one, this is their game. This is what they do. This is them. This is their character. This is what they do, you know? Sometimes people are, you know, like agents of peace in a story. You know, every story has its protagonist, you know. And then there are some people that are just agents of chaos. They know it. They know they're here to kill and destroy. Like, and then I'm not gonna lie, for others of you, it's almost giving like this is a job. You feel stuck at this job and you just feel really overpowered and dominated by the forces above you. This could be a manager or maybe a group of people above you. This could be a job that they really show favors to a certain group of people, and you just so happen not to be in that group for whatever reason. I just heard, because I wouldn't succumb, I wouldn't come. They might have wanted you to participate in some of their events or something, and you just wouldn't. You didn't, you knew yourself, and you was like, no, basically you didn't want to. I heard fake face. You didn't want to fake face. You didn't want to wear a mask. Okay, for all three of these groups though, I feel like there's a very similar message, right? Spirit is I feel like what Spirit is saying here, here's the daughter of knives. Nope, sorry, daughter of sticks. The daughter of sticks. Interesting that I said daughter of knives. I'm going to circle back to that. The daughter of sticks represents, in my opinion, it represents like the relaying of a message. Just a relaying of a message that low-key can make you feel some type of way. Like, I'm going to deliver you this message. You may or may not like it, but I'm just the messenger type of energy. That's the daughter of sticks, right? And then we have the Four of Coins with the Nine of Sticks. I feel like what Spirit is saying here is that the kind of communication that you are hoping for to receive from these people before you make a move or before you make a decision, you're not gonna get that, right? When I first started this reading, I said I feel like y'all are stuck, and I feel like, yeah, now I'm starting to see, I feel like y'all are waiting. Y'all are probably giving way too much. Did something say something about grace? Living with grace. Yes, Lemurian Seacoast. You are giving people too much grace. The people around you, you're giving them too much grace, okay? Here's the ancestral realm at the bottom of the deck. Karmic release, healing the lineage, and boundaries, okay? Sometimes boundaries don't necessarily include, let me sit down with you and tell you everything that you've done for the last 7 years, and then let me tell you how we're going to know. Sometimes boundaries is, let me block that ass and make it absolutely almost damn near impossible for you to get into contact with me. You're going to have to go through the census records, baby. Like you looking for your great grandma. You're going to have to go through, you feel me? Like, sometimes the boundaries need to be like that. Sometimes people don't even deserve an explanation because they already know. We already said this person is tactical. This person is strategic. They're an agent of chaos. They know what they're doing. You're not the first person that they did this to or that they do this to, because it's given that this is an ongoing thing. This person, this is what they do. Okay? I almost want to call them like, let me get confirmation where I say this. Oh my God. Oh, okay, what about this? I don't be wanting to misspeak. Okay, this person matches like the energy of a jinn, right? It's been a minute since we talked about jinns on this channel. Jinns are people where it's like you might consider them to, okay, so like Judas, right? Judas is like prime jinn energy. Jinn, not like G-I-N, the liquor. No, we're not talking about liquor. We talking about D-J-I-N-N, jinn energy, right? So Judas was a friend to Jesus, right? He was one of the disciples, I think. If not, he was definitely a friend, following them around and stuff, right? Now, Jesus already knew that he was going to betray him, and he told him. But that's neither here nor there. He did it anyway, right? It was like a self-fulfilling prophecy. He did it anyway. And then once he did it, once he betrayed Jesus and the rooster got to crowing, then he felt bad. What did he do? He cried out. He said, oh, I'm sorry. He was like, he realized what he did and he felt bad. The archetype of the jinn is, I am making decisions that can affect not only my life, but other people's lives around me. But I'm not necessarily taking into account the weight of my decisions. I don't know if I don't, it's hard to say like a Jinn cares or not, because a Jinn is almost like, it's just a person who, they don't have a strong spiritual foundation. That's what it is. They don't have a strong enough spiritual foundation to know where their loyalty lies, or to know where their loyalty should lie. Because granted, his loyalty probably was lying in the money. Well, his loyalty lied with Jesus, because Jesus was giving him something, right? That relationship was beneficial. Then when it became non-beneficial, when it became dangerous, when it became more beneficial for him to deny being around this man who was now being seen as the enemy of the state, right? Because his sense of, you know, what's going to be best for me was rooted in, was not rooted, it wasn't rooted in, like, I guess you would say, the right things, because it wasn't rooted in like spiritual soundness. He made the decision to give up his friend that then he later on regretted. So this is almost giving Jinn energy, right? This is not giving like, oh, this person is just straight up evil, but it's giving like hurt people. It's giving like, y'all know the quote Inside of My House, when Beyonce said, I will always love you, but I'll never expect you to love me when you don't love yourself. Clear, straight up. That's what it is. I want to really encourage this group, because I don't want you guys to take the things that are happening in your life, that it seems like it, like people are doing these things to you on purpose. I don't want you to take it personally and feel like, well, why me? Why do they hate me? It's not you, baby. It's not you, it's your light. It's not you, it's your energy. It's not you, it's your aura. It's your gifts. It's your spirituality. It's your beliefs. It's your light. I mean, it is you, but it's not a personal thing. You know what I'm saying? Like, we know that we're not these bodies and we're not the minds. We're the spirits that are in a body that have minds, right? Where we have a brain and the brain is mind, right? There, semantics, right? But at the end of the day, I feel like it's just this, if anything, I feel like this is a reminder of who you are, of where your body is, okay? Nobody would be putting in all of this work to attack, to stop, to hinder somebody that wasn't doing nothing, somebody that wasn't worth shit, somebody that they didn't believe in. If I don't believe in you, I really don't give a fuck about what you're doing, because I know that you're gonna crash out on your own. I don't even need to spend no energy over there. Everything that you're doing shows me that you're a crash out on your own. That's not you. That's why people have to put in all of this energy, all of this work. Okay, and when I'm saying people, is not even really the people, it's the energies that's working through the people, because the people are jinns. They don't have a good spiritual foundations. We know everything that we do, for the most part, we're vessels, right? Yes, we have a spirit. Our spirit communes with other spirits. What spirit is their spirit communing with to come to you with this type of spiritual warfare? Protect yourself. Protect yourself. Say your prayers. Call out your benevolent ancestors, and call out your benevolent starseed beings, your benevolent Lemurian being, your benevolent Lemurian guides. Call out to them. Call out to them. They will help you. They'll come through and help you. I promise you they will. I promise you they will. If you don't feel comfortable, this is the time to start communing, right? Light a candle. Get some water. Thank you to the first way, honestly and truly, the first way to start communing, if you don't feel like you necessarily have a relationship, or you don't really know how to communicate with like your starseed guys, you can just show gratefulness, right? You don't even really know what they do for real, but you can just be grateful that they here, that they showed up. You know that they here. This is confirmation right here. If you don't know nobody else, you know Lemurians. Thank you to my benevolent Lemurian starseed guides for leading me, guiding me, teaching me, keeping me in the path of my highest good. Right? Ashe, amen, whatever you say. Ayi bobo. Okay? Say it in Spanish. I don't know what the Spanish word is for it. That's going to keep you grounded, right? Here's the Father of Coins, but it came out reversed, which is showing like you guys are needing something to reground you, right? You also going out into nature is really a good way to actually be able to physically see the signs of spirit. So as you are talking and communicating, using the things in nature as a sign or a symbol, right? So as you're talking, you might feel a caterpillar or a worm moving across your feet. Ooh, where'd that come from? That is your Lemurian guide showing you, we hear you, we hear you. You might see a blue heron or a swan in a lake. You might see a red cardinal, you know, fly past you. You might hear a woodpecker that's coming from your right, the side of your divine feminine, divine masculine. Ooh, Lord. Jesus is a fire. Your divine masculine. I think this is divine masculine side. It is. Yes, yes, it is. This is your masculine side. Your left side of your body is your solar prana, right? Getting out into nature, being more familiar with what do the signs look like. Sometimes when your phone rings, that is not necessarily because you just need. Sometimes have y'all noticed your phone rings and it don't be no notifications, and I mean like none, like nothing there. Check the time, look for an angel number. You know what I'm saying? Like it might have been just the fact that your guys wanted you to see 921. Why? Because if you do 9 plus 2, that's 11. That's 111. Right? They're trying to get your attention. They want you to notice something. What did you just say? That might have been really important. They might have really loved that. So they said 111. Yes, keep doing that. We love that. Whoop, do a backflip, do a body roll or something. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, just putting yourself in different environments so that you can see the different ways that that spirit communicates and shows signals and signs to you is another way to start. All right, and let's get, I feel like this is going to be the end result too. I feel like this is going to be the end result. The crystal skull wisdom, clarity, divine healing, and high vibrational energy, period. Period. I love that for you guys. And last but not least, we have Hathor light codes. I love Hathor. I love Hathor, okay? It says light immersion, full system upgrade, and power recall. Yes, your guys want you to reach out to them. They like, reach out to us. Be here. They want to be here with it. They want to be here. Yes, look, because right now you stuck in the divine matrix. It came out reversed, right? You are in the matrix and you're feeling all of the, it's giving like chaotic bombarding of being in the matrix, right? Spirit wants to take you out of that so that you can see things with your spiritual eyes and just see things from a more grounded perspective, understanding that a lot of the things that you're going through, they just need clearing. That's all. They just need clearing so that the things that you're manifesting, the things that you want, the things that you really want will have room to come in, because right now they don't necessarily have room. Whether that is sometimes they don't even have room because it's not even necessarily that the actual physical people or the groups are still there, but the memories of them hold so much space. It has weight in not only in your heart, but it's like you give it a physical place in your life, because once it holds that weight in your heart, you give it time. And when you give it time and dedication like that, that's a meditation. Be cognizant of what you are meditating on, right? Okay. I'm gonna move off of that. Let's see. What do our shadows want us to know that they are just so happy that we've been doing? What has our shadow been doing backflips about? Like, we've just been doing so good at this aspect of our hard work. Wow, I love it. Oh my God, your shadow's doing backflips because you have been, oh my God, wow. Okay, wow. Okay, let me pause. Wow. Past life, karma, and memory. So first of all, and then also I put Egyptian ancestor support. So so you guys have Lemurian guys that you can call out to. Hathor, I believe she's an Egyptian goddess. And then your Egyptian ancestors are here for you. So some of you guys, if not all of you guys, have Egyptian ancestry. Okay, so most definitely, if you feel connected to the Egyptians or ancient Kemet, because those are two different things. Definitely tap in, and not even just talking about tapping in on Google, but actually going within, tapping in through your meditations and reaching your Akashic records. Yes, you have access to your Akashic records. Don't let anybody make you think that you have to pay them $700 for them to look at your Akashic records. You can literally do that on your bed for free. But it's really giving that this is a pivotal and prominent time in your life right now, because of the fact that all of these things are coming up, right? This past life karma, these memories, the fact that you are sitting with them is a very pivotal moment, because let's be completely honest, sometimes we can be so down in the dumps where our brain, where we literally block out memories, we don't even remember stuff. So the fact that you can remember it is showing that you're doing really good work, and it's also showing that it's showing you what needed to be released. Today is a Scorpio full moon, so it's very on brand. Like, it's very on brand for Scorpio and for the full moon. Scorpio is gonna go to the depths of the depths of the depths of the depths and of the depths, and the moon is gonna show you what was in the dark. Okay, so it all makes sense, a lot of sense. I love this for you guys. Just make sure that when these memories come up, you remind yourself that they are of the past, they are from the past. And yes, they have a certain space. They have a certain space to connect with you in your present, but they don't necessarily have a space to live and thrive and dwell in their fullness. No, we're just not allowing that. Okay, and I know sometimes that can be difficult, because it feels like we have to let go a certain part of ourselves in order to dismiss those memories. But I just want to encourage you and let you know that that's okay. And in order for you to become acquainted with this new self that you already are, and you're still the old self, but in order for you to become acquainted with this new self, right? In this new timeline, you guys jump timelines already. In order for you to become acquainted properly and to sustain the amount of abundance that spirit is literally going to drop into your lap with divine favor, in order for you to keep it, you have to remember what it felt like to be here first, to be over there first. What did that really feel like? Really feel that and remember it. Not just the good things. Don't pretty it up. Don't put your rose-colored glasses and tint up thing because you don't want to really face it. No, really face every single part of it. Face every single part of it. And know that it does still live. And if you want to, you can go back and live over there. I wouldn't recommend it though, because you have a lot to look forward to. Spirit is encouraging you to, here you go right here, look at the top, karmic board clearing, energetic clearing, rewrite your story and live your truth. There might be some things from the past that needed to come up so that you could tell yourself the truth about what really happened. Somebody might have been giving you a story that benefited them, and you took the heat, or you got the short end of the stick, or you couldn't really get a full clarity of like, okay, that don't really make no sense because they didn't tell you the truth. That's why it don't make no sense for real. So spirit is bringing it back up for you to take a second look at it with a magnifying glass And then to decide, how do you want to disperse this energy? How do you want to clear this energy? How do you want to move this energy, right? And it's up to you. I'm not saying go and return to sender with a whole bunch of hot sauce and don't go crazy, because at the end of the day, I feel like a part of this is recognizing what aspects of yourself led you to stay in these situations for so long, right? We remember the things that we do, the things and the people that we deal with are a mirror of us. How were they mirroring you? It's really difficult. It was really difficult for me to admit that the way that the last time I was in my last relationship was very abusive. It was very difficult for me to admit that I treated myself worse than he could have ever treated me. Now, he brought it down to the physical. I kept mine up in my head. For the most part, I would just torture myself quietly in my head, and nobody would really, you might be able to see it, and, older people would be able to tell because they just live life and more experience, and, but I would never, I wasn't going as far as physically hurting myself. So of course, when somebody was like being physically combative with me, I was like, oh my God, what did I do to deserve this? I treated myself the same way. That's what I did to deserve it. I manifested it with the frequency that I was in, because I didn't love myself enough to know how I should have been treated, and I was treating myself terribly. Maybe in a different suit. In the tarot, maybe I wasn't doing it with the coins, I was doing it with the sticks. But at the end of the day, I think we have to call a horse a horse. What? That's how you end up with high cholesterol, acting like fat meat is not greasy. Alright? And then shout out to the ancestors with these omens. Fat meat, not greasy. Hello. All right. Last but not least, what is something that deserves more attention regarding our hard work? All right. According to your shadow, okay, yes, lies and deceit. Yeah, so this could be two things. This could either be the lies and deceit that you receive from other people, right? So really going through that and seeing, okay, what's true to me? Let me rewrite certain things, because this was never my narrative. This was Johnny's narrative. What? Johnny is the one that told me my fingers look like E.T. And so ever since then, I've been thinking that I had ugly hands. That was never my narrative. It could be that, or it could be the ways that you lie to yourself and the ways that you deceive yourself, right? Because like we said, it's that mirror. And I think for a lot of us, it's both. Because if you notice, the same way, the people that cut you real deep, like when it really hurt for real, if they can get to you like that, it's because you feel like there's some truth in it. Let's call it what it is. Let's call it what it is. Most of the time when we get butt hurt about stuff that people say to us, the things that people say to us, the way that people treat us, is because there's some familiarity there. It struck a chord, right? It's a trigger there. That was already there. Probably something that you might have repeated to yourself. It might not have came from you, but it might have been something that you would have repeated to yourself from years since it took root, since that seed took root. So Spirit is saying lies and deceit. While you are sitting with these memories, really pay attention to what is real, what's truth. What is truth to you? And if you're having trouble deciding what's the truth, call on your spirit team, call on your benevolent ancestors, call on your benevolent starseed guides for help. If you use tarot, use your tarot cards. If you throw dice, throw your dice. If you read bones, read your bones, throw them bones. If you read candles, read them candles. If you scribe with water, use that water. Use your tools. If you know that you're a dreamer, ask your benevolent ancestors to send you a dream that will give you clarity. If you know that, you might not necessarily see, but you daydream a lot. You like, you zoning out or whatever, disassociating, whatever. Girl, if you don't go, or boy, if you don't go lay down and get in meditation, you a seer, you clairvoyant. Go get in meditation. Don't wait for a dream. Go sit in meditation. See what's the truth. Get to the root of what's the truth. Right? The truth shall set you free. I love this for you guys. I do want to get let's just get one more card for just motivation. Let's get one thing for motivation, okay? I love y'all so much, so much. Can I just say, y'all are legendary. This might have been my favorite group. I ain't gonna lie. Wow, Thoth light codes, yes. Light initiation, great teacher awakening, and divine magic. Trust in yourself. Trust it. Basically, Thoth is he is a spirit of the moon. Also related to Egyptians, okay, guys. Y'all have Egyptian ancestry, period. Like we done had two Egyptian deities pop out and Egyptian ancestor support popped out, period. You guys are being elevated, is what I just heard. You guys are being elevated in order to teach a new narrative. I don't know what that means. Teach a new narrative to a new generation. From seed to harvest. Are you guys parents? You guys might be parents. We might have some parents in the building. Whoop whoop! Shout out to the parents. Shout out to the parents. Or you guys might be teachers. You guys might work with children. Or maybe you might be parents in the future or work with children in the future. These are kids. Y'all, you cannot make this up. You cannot make this up. Those are kids running in the hallway. You cannot make it up. You guys, the reason why you guys are going through a lot of this turmoil is literally for the youth. You guys are going to be great, wise teachers for the youth. So please trust in yourself and know that this is not for no reason. This is not for no reason. You're not doing it by yourself. You have a lot of ancestral support. You have a lot of star being support. And then you have the support, of course, of BLegendBotanica. You know you can reach out to us whenever. No Jill Scott, okay? I think that's Jill Scott. But yes, just know that you guys, you literally are the light, right? Sometimes it's so dark and you just be like, fuck, like where's the fucking light? Where's the light? And then you open your eyes and you be like, oh, I am the light. Or you look down and you see your heart just shooting out just like a golden ray. You are the light. You are the light. You are the light. Imagine if the sun got tired one day and the sun was just like, you know what, fuck it, I'm tired of being the only light in this motherfucker. I'm the only one that got a brain up. And the sun was like, you know what, I'm out of here. I mean, granted, we have a fake sun, but how long do y'all think we'll be able to survive with just the fake sun? Not only does the sun provide us light, it provides us heat. It provides us warmth. Well, that's heat. Warmth, nourishment. It provides us vitamin D. It strengthens our melanin. It helps the plants create chlorophyll, which creates oxygen for us to breathe. Literally, like, sometimes I feel like we go searching everywhere, trying to find like relief. You are the relief. You are the relief. And I'm not just saying like you are the relief for other people. You are the relief for you. Get comfortable in your... What's up, y'all? All right. So we had some technical difficulties and it's a lot going on, but I really just wanted to end this and let you guys know that it's okay to be alone. It's okay to be alone. And I feel like the period that you are going through right now is setting you up to understand that, you know, it's okay to be by yourself at the end of the day. And a lot of times the most healing that you're going to go through and gain from is that from which when you are alone. So yes, really value just the company of yourself. Value yourself, know your worth, and just understand that no matter what, the divine has you in its regard at all times. You are so precious to the divine, and because you are so precious to the divine, you should treat yourself as such. And just remember, no matter how other people may project onto you, y'all, it's a lot going on, and it's the full moon. No matter how people may project onto you, the only person who can ultimately affect you is you, right? So whatever you choose to accept as truth is going to be true. So you go forth for the rest of the day and for the rest of your life, but especially for the rest of today. And you remember that you are the light, that you are the truth, and just remember that you write your own narrative, you write your own story. And from that, people will gain such a great respect, not only for you, but for themselves, because they see themselves through you. All right, y'all. I'm out of here. Peace out. See you in the next video, legends.